Okay, this video is an introduction to Rapid Composer's note mapping scheme. And this is really at the heart of the software. And Rapid Composer allows you to um, manipulate the mapping schemes. These mapping schemes also show up in programs like um, Orb Composer Suite uses this type of thing, and Captain Chords, and a bunch of other programs. But to my knowledge, Rapid Composer is the only software that actually lets you go in and manipulate this mapping scheme and phrases so that you can you can do a lot more. So I have this composition, and I'm going to play it once through. Okay, so it's four measures, um, and each measure has what Rapid Composer calls a phrase. And if I highlight this rectangular box, you see phrase in the first measure. There's the second measure, the third measure, and the fourth measure. Now, obviously, the phrase sounds different in all four measures, but the important thing to note here is that the phrase actually is exactly the same. It consists of exactly the same four notes in the mapping scheme, which is something I'm going to try to teach in about the next 20 videos. It's not, for me, it was not the easiest thing to wrap my head around. And I thought that since it's really one of the big keys of the whole software, not the only one, but certainly one of the major parts of the software, I thought I could help myself by methodically going through the note mapping schemes. There's basically four of them, and the scale mapping scheme, and really taking a close look at it and sharing that information with everybody else. Now, I give you a warning here. I'm not very good at making YouTubes. In fact, I'm terrible. Okay, so sometimes you're gonna, like right now, you might hear my dog snoring. A couple of times I got interrupted and I just had to say goodbye. And I'm just asking, I'm asking that you excuse me for all that. The primitive nature of these 19 or 20 videos. And I just want to encourage you to, if you can bear with that, the pops on the microphone, whatever, if you can bear with that, I think you're going to learn a lot here. Now, some of you might catch on really fast. For me, I remember taking pre-calculus in high school. I did pretty well. I got into calculus. I was totally lost. I mean, I never, just couldn't get it. Okay, it was just beyond me. So this note mapping scheme, for me, it was not simple. If it's simple for you, don't waste your time. But for me, this was kind of difficult. And I think, again, I just want to stress how important it is to understand it. And once you do understand it, you can start. There's a whole world out there where you can apply this type of where you can use what the tools that Rapid Composer is giving you in just about any genre of music you can think of. And believe me, these are powerful tools. There are so many ways that you can use this note mapping scheme. One of them in particular, you're going to see that Rapid Composer uses something called note offsets. And, I realized that these note offsets are essentially, in classical music theory, they're called non-chord tones. And you break them down into what they call neighbor tones and passing tones and upper neighbor, lower neighbor. There's, I don't know, half a dozen of these things. Uh, escape tones, I think, is another phrase. But basically, they're embellishments. That's what they are. They're very, very important in music. Particularly, they grew out of, like, passing tones are really important in choral music because in order to sing certain lines, you don't want to ask the singer to jump up to make large leaps. That's something that composers learned, back in the medieval days, I guess, when they were singing Gregorian chants, and so these practices developed. Of course, you have Bach, who's the incredible master of these things, but all composers, from the best to the most primitive, generally use things like passing tones. You know, so but in jazz, I found if you go on YouTube, you're going to find, just type in YouTube like approach notes, and you're going to find a world of information and on approach notes. Approach notes in jazz, they call these embellishments approach notes, okay, instead of passing tones and neighbor tones and things like that. But it's just a huge part of jazz improvisation, and here's the beauty of it in the context of Rapid Composer, is that you can go on YouTube and look at these different types of approach notes. Some of them that were made famous by people like John Coltrane, and you can actually replicate these techniques in Rapid Composer so that you can create phrases really simply and quickly with these, with a Coltrane type, approach note that's incorporated into the phrase. You'll get the idea once. I know this sounds kind of fuzzy, but once you start using this stuff, you're going to find that you can go to YouTube, you can go to the internet, you can Google certain things and get information on what scale, what notes, what scales go with what chords, things like that. And you can incorporate that into Rapid Composer. And man, I think that's exciting because this allows you, without being like taking a few years of music theory and all that kind of thing, Rapid Composer is going to like open these horizons, these musical composition horizons to you, even if you're not a good musician like me. I'm not a good musician. Never have been, never will be. But I've been able to actually use some of these sophisticated things because I've got Rapid Composer. Now I've just started with this, so I can't give you a bunch of examples, but you'll see. Okay, so again, this is intro. I know I'm talking too much, but I'm really trying to encourage you to kind of stick with this. It's going to take a few hours to go through these videos, but if you get this foundation, don't skip over it. If you can learn it yourself, by all means, skip my videos and do it yourself. It might be a better way. But one way or the other, either looking at my videos or figuring this stuff out for yourself, please do it, because this is going to really strengthen the music community. My hope is that we get a good a real community around Rapid Composer of all kinds of composers. I mean, from every genre. My genre is classical, but I just hope we get really knowledgeable people, really skillful people interested in Rapid Composer, involved in it, and they can take off with this stuff. I mean, I can't even begin to tap the power of this thing, because I'm not a professional musician, or even I wouldn't even classify myself as an amateur musician. But I know enough to kind of understand what the power of this thing is, and that's what I can contribute to you all. Okay, so please take the time to learn this, either through my videos or some other way, and let's grow this community, because it's gonna really open up some fantastic musical horizons. I have no doubt about that. All right, so that's my speech, uh, and I'll see you in the next video, and we'll start to unpack this note mapping scheme. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.